How's it going? Welcome back to TheBlueShifting. Now, obviously, this isn't a gameplay video, and you're probably wondering, what the heck am I doing? Well, I gotta tell you something. I've had the pleasure of being able to work with some fantastic artists over the course of my YouTube career thus far. As many of you probably know, I'm the host and the writer for the series Letters from the Cosmere. It's a project I'm working on with the permission of Brandon Sanderson to kind of make a creative narrative that helps explain some of the fundamental aspects of the Cosmere for his book series. And I've been able to work with some fantastic artists who do fan art that they post on DeviantArt, Tumblr, and sometimes even are doing commissions. But they've willingly given me permission, I converse with them, and they give me a chance to share their work, because I hope that I can bring them more traffic, and it helps make the project of the Letters from the Cosmere series just so amazing. And I don't think that series would be half as good as it is without their support, so I'm very grateful to them. And being in such close proximity with artists, I've always had a love of drawing and artistic flair, something I've never had a talent for myself, and so I've always had a very strong appreciation for it. However, this has led me to an interesting, collision with another group of people who are also passionate about the arts, and specifically about fan pictures or fan concept arts. Now, the company that contacted me is called Gallorey, and I want to say just up front right now that this video is sub-sponsored. Now, most big YouTubers, when they say their videos are sponsored, it means that they're actually getting like a direct payment of money, monetarily, like in their bank account for doing an ad. And I obviously am not getting paid to do something like this. All I was given was a little bit of incentive credit on their website, so I could experience their website for myself, and if you pay attention, you actually can benefit from the exact same program that they gave to me. However, the fact that there was a form of monetary transaction makes me want to make sure to just let you know that up front. If $10 makes you feel like I'm a sellout, I'm sorry. But let's get right down to the nitty-gritty here, because this is something I genuinely want to support. Like, not out of an aspect of like, oh, they gave me money, or oh, I just want to make a fun video about something I found. This is legitimately something I think is really cool, and I want to have both for artists and for consumers. So let's get down to it. What is Gallorey? Gallorey is an online webpage specifically selling portfolios of fan art. Now, of course, that seems kind of odd because you can go to DeviantArt and you can view as much free art as you could possibly want. Well, that's kind of the thing, though. If you were to, say, read Hero of Ages, it's the third book in the Mistborn series, one of my favorite series, honestly, and also one of my favorite books. Say you're reading a book like Hero of Ages and you come across a awesome fight scene with one of your favorite characters. In your mind's eye, I'm sure you picture some really epic fights and motions and things like, oh man, I wish I could see this in a movie, or maybe I could see this in a picture. And if you went on DeviantArt and did some searches, you probably could find somebody who's done a piece that's about that scene, and it's really awesome to see. However, there's risks involved with that. If you're somebody who likes to avoid spoilers, especially for such awesome books like that, it can be a minefield if you really want to look up any art that's related at all to any of the books written by Brandon Sanderson. Because if you type in something like Mistborn fan art, I guarantee you're going to find things that you might not want to see yet because you haven't gotten to that part of the book. Gallorey is kind of a solution to that. As a matter of fact, when I was able to talk to and interview one of the co-founders of the company, she expressed to me that that was really the inspiration for this book. It was the idea that they wanted to be able to see fan art and fan pictures from some of the favorite scenes of the new books they just found, but finding it hard to really interact with the community without feeling like they needed to read every single book in order to really be a part of it. Thus, they had the idea, what if we had a place where you could buy art that was categorized by scene so that you never looked at it too early, but just at the moment when you approached it, you could see it. And that really built the whole foundation for this website. On this website, you go on, you spend a little bit of money. Honestly, I've seen portfolios ranging in prices from as much as maybe $20, which granted is not too much. And I've even seen some that go down to $5. And so you get these art entries, and you get to be able to experience them as you're going through the book in the key moments as you get to them. Now, the best part about this whole thing is the fact that you don't have to buy anything without getting a good idea of what you're getting. They actually have a gallery that you can go into and see sample art from the artists who submitted, and you can find exactly what you think you'd like to supplement your reading. It makes it so that you can have the cool creative art that you would find on DeviantArt, but in time with your book and in time with your audiobook. and it's something you can bring right up onto your phone pretty easily. Now granted, you have to understand this is a brand new company, which is one of the reasons why they reached out to me to begin with. The co-founder happened to be online, and she stumbled upon my YouTube channel, saw that I had a big emphasis on books and on reading, and also that I had a lot of art featured on my YouTube channel, or website I guess you could call it. And she was intrigued, and she thought it was interesting, which is what made her interested in bringing me into the table. After I saw what her product was and what they were trying to create, I actually offered to do this YouTube video because I thought this was something that I would like to see grow and become bigger. Because right now it is small. I think they have 60 artists that they've worked with right now, and they have about that many portfolios, maybe a few more. So, I mean, it's not going to be the most expansive, but I've seen things for Dune, some of the Harry Potter books, the Mistborn series, at least the first book, as well as just books I've never even heard of. But it's cool to see all the different arts and the art styles. Now, I decided when I went on to try it out, I bought the 2 packs of the first Mistborn book. There was a pack for the text novel, which could be used for either ebook or for just the hard copy, and then I got another one for the audiobook. That tells you, instead of page numbers of when the art is applicable, it gives you timestamps. So while you're listening to your book, you can open up your art piece and you can kind of experience a frame almost of what you're reading in a book, and effectively turning your book into a graphic novel of a sort. Now, they have a lot of fun features they want to add in the future, but haven't been able to because they're just so new. For instance, they hope that as they grow, they're going to be able to do a partnership with companies like Amazon for Audible and for, Kindle? Yeah, for ebooks and stuff. To be able to make it so that if you use those apps to listen to your audiobooks or to read your ebooks, that they might be able to integrate with those apps at some point so that you don't have to go out of one program to pull in another picture. They want to make it so it's seamless and something you can do. They also want to make it so that when you're like me, if you buy multiple galleries or multiple art books for the same book, that you can then eventually merge them so you can go to one place and be able to see all the art you purchased and be able to see artist takes from maybe 2 or 3 different perspectives. And now you're probably thinking, alright, BlueShifting, this is all well and good, but why the heck are you ranting about this for so long? Well, I genuinely think this is something I would love to have. There's nothing cooler than fan art, especially fan art from people who genuinely are just diehards for that series. I mean, if you take a look at my Cosmere videos, I'm blown away by the fantastic talent that's out there, and the majority of these people don't get paid for making this stuff. This is stuff that they just put together because they love it and they feel passionate about a book series or a TV series. And it really brings a lot of happiness to a lot of people. Now, some of them eventually get enough attention and feel confident enough that they can start, either working for a company that maybe makes them, do a certain amount of work every single week. That's, I guess, the artist's dream. I don't know. I don't know enough about that to be able to know the specifics, but I know that artists can get hired to do work professionally. I also know that a lot of artists will do commissions. As a matter of fact, last week I was able to get a commission with an artist that I really like to work with to make some channel art for my YouTube channel. And I hope you've enjoyed that because I love every bit of it. It's amazing. But this is an opportunity for, I guess you could say, novice or beginner artists who are maybe thinking of trying to become more professional. It's a gateway for them to be able to do work for money. Because the way that Gallorey is set up at the moment, when an artist creates a portfolio, I believe a portfolio is expected to be 6 or more works, and not all of them have to be completely unique. You can bring some that you've already done before, but they do want a percentage of them to be unique to Gallorey itself. But when you produce the album and they sell it, the artist gets 80% of the revenue. Now, sometimes you might say, well, that doesn't sound like much, but I mean, if you're talking to people who haven't made a dime off of their stuff yet, that can be a great way to start a platform. Plus, it's all driven by the artist. There's no pressure. They don't do due dates. They have an incentive program to maybe keep artists to be productive and be like, hey, we can give you a bonus if you can complete it by this date. But there's really no pressure, and there's also no pressure on the amount of tasks they have to do or what projects they work for. The artist gets to say what book they want to draw for. They get to say how many pictures they want to draw, and all they have to do, honestly, to sign up and to become a part of this, the part of the program itself, is just submit a sample art for quality checks. You know, they want to make sure that you're somebody who's taken time and knows how to make a product that's going to be sellable. So I guess that all you need is that little bit of skill that comes from practice. But essentially, they're giving an opportunity for any artist out there to kind of get themselves started. Now, they also have no reasons or any contractual reason for you to stick around. So if you decide, oh, you know what, I'm done with Gallorey, or I actually don't want to do this project anymore, you can cancel. And like, they're not going to hold that against you. You also don't have to do any type of series that you don't want to. The only guidance that they give you on Gallorey is that fans who come to the site who want to see fan art for a particular series can go and can submit a ticket, you could say. Pretty much just a request saying, I'm interested in, and I would pay to see some art for this book in particular. It could even be a book that hasn't come out yet. And then the artists can go on and they can see what's catching people's attention, what's the demand for, and then they can say, oh, well, you know what? Way of Kings doesn't have any art and there's a lot of demand for it, so if I buckle down and I do the work, there's a good chance I could sell and make some decent money from it. That's really what this project's going to be platforming on. Gallorey just kind of creates an atmosphere for artists to be able to express themselves in a way and make it something that they can be found, it can be distributed, and effectively help grow their talent and grow their finances, I guess, in a little bit. I don't know if this is something that could ever make you rich. Depends on how successful you are. But it's a good place to start, and I think it's worth a look for all my artist friends. And so I hope that they take the time to check out the website, and I hope that if you're just a fan of art, you take the time to check it out too. I feel like for this website, the sky's really the limit. This is something that I'm excited for. I want to participate more with this, and I plan to buy more portfolios as they come out for the books that I'm really excited about. Brandon Sanderson books probably, but it's still something that's really cool because I genuinely love seeing the work that people put into some of these arts, and some of these just depictions that I find on DeviantArt already are just so wonderful for me. And kind of like my Cosmere series in general, the Cosmere series was founded on an idea that there are people who are just getting into this very complex web of books and book series. It's fantastic that I want them to really enjoy, and I don't want them to feel like they have to have read every single book just to comprehend the concepts, or that they have to dance around spoilers all the time just to try and understand one thing that they heard about randomly from a friend. I wanted to create a place where they could go and get the information they need without having to worry about all that. And Gallorey is built on the same principle, that you can enjoy fan art that's specific to the titles. Of Thunder, but the Stormfather's not happy with this, or he approves. Maybe that's an approval from him. But good grief, shush. But this site is built off that premise that if you enjoy fan art, that you can get fan art that's timely and effective and fun. And the quality is fantastic. You can go on the website right now and you can just glance at some of the stuff and you can see that the quality is pretty good for a lot of these projects. And they've got artists and they're continuing to come out with new portfolios, and they're welcoming all new artists who want to work on the project. Now, there's a special offer I can make you with this website. I mentioned before how I got a little bit of monetary kickoff, so I could really kind of see some of the stuff and grab a portfolio pretty much for free, because there were a few that, like one of the Mistborn ones was $6. So I got it for free effectively because I got $10 towards my credit on the website. Thus why I'm saying this is a promoted video, because I did get some money. But you can get the exact same deal if you are able to click the first link in the description between the release date of this video and the end of August. So between right now to the end of August 2016. You can click that code and you can redeem it for $10 free of credit on their website. And I can promise you that even if you don't want to buy anything yet, like with your own money, that can cover the cost of some of the smaller galleries. And if you find something you really, really want, it can probably cut the price in half. So really, take advantage of this now. Just click on it, check it out. It's a great opportunity for you to just see it without any strings attached at all. And to anybody who's seeing this when it's possibly too late, keep in mind they may extend this deal. Depends on how many people respond, how many people are interested. So keep tabs on my channel. I might be able to release an update with a new link to give you a same credit. But as of right now, click it now before it's too late. And I want to speak a little bit to any of the artists out there. I don't know if I sent you this video because we worked together and you showed interest, because I don't want to be spamming people. I don't work for this company. I genuinely just think it's a good idea. And so I'm hoping that my artist friends, the ones who I've seen and who have supported me in my dream, I'd like to see if they can start making money with their dream. So if you're an artist or a potential artist, or if you're someone who worked with me, I hope that you take an opportunity to just check out the website. The link's in the description, Gallorey.com. Take a look at the incentive program, look at what they can offer you, and see if this is something that's worth it. I mean, I genuinely wish I could pay you myself. I wish I could pay for all the fantastic fan art that I've not only been able to use in my channel, but the ones that I just wish I could support more. I just don't have the means. I'm not a successful YouTuber who's making like enough money to even... I don't think I've even made like $10 yet. Like, I don't make money with my YouTube, much like many of you don't make money off of your art. So I can't really do any payback for the fantastic things that you've been able to share with me. And so I hope this is my way of being able to potentially provide you with an opportunity to earn money off of the things that you love. So thank you so much for watching this video. I hope it wasn't too tedious. I hope it wasn't too like in your face. I just want to make sure that you understand that this is something that I think is a fantastic idea. And I want you to feel like it's an opportunity that you can't pass up, because they're literally giving you money for free just to check them out. So take advantage of this opportunity. Click that top link to get the free money. And if you miss that opportunity, just click the link below that to go just to the main webpage and just take a look and see if there's something that catches your eye. Thank you so much for being a part of this channel, or not a part of this channel. I hope that you enjoyed the content I can come out with, both Letters from the Cosmere and my playthrough of visual novels and anime talks and everything I love to do. And until the next video you see me in, or whatever you happen to watch next, I'll see you there.